How to create drop-down menus in your Shopify store. Hey guys! So if you're feeling a little overwhelmed trying to organize all your products and pages in your Shopify store, totally get it. That's where drop-down menus come in. I'll walk you through how to create drop-down menus that not only look clean, but also help your customers find what they need without digging around. It's super simple once you see how it's done, so stick with me and let's set it up together. Drop-down menus are a great way to keep your online store looking clean and organized, especially if you've got a lot of different products, collections, or pages to showcase. Instead of having a long, cluttered list in your main menu, drop-downs let you group related items under one heading, so your customers can easily find what they're looking for without getting lost or overwhelmed. Here's how it works. Your main menu is made up of what we call top-level menu items. These are the ones that show up first, usually across the top of your store's homepage. Then, under each of those top-level items, you can nest other links. These are called nested menu items, and they show up when someone hovers over or clicks on the top-level one. Shopify allows you to go 2 levels deep when nesting menu items. So you can have your main menu item like Shop, and underneath that, you could add categories like tops, bottoms, outdoor, and so on. And if you want to go one step further, you can even add more specific collections under those categories. Like under tops, you could have tank tops, t-shirts, or long sleeves. It keeps everything nice and organized and helps your visitors get where they want to go fast. All right, now let's go ahead and create your very first nested menu item. This is where things start to come together and your store navigation really begins to feel organized and easy to use. In this example, let's say you already have a top-level menu item called Men. What we're going to do now is nest a few related collections underneath it. Specifically, we'll be adding links for tops, bottoms, and new arrival. This way, when a customer hovers over or clicks on Men in your store's main menu, those subcategories will drop down neatly beneath it. To do this, start by heading to your Shopify admin. Once you're there, look on the left-hand side and click Content, and then choose Menus. From here, you'll want to open up your main menu. That's where we're going to do the nesting. If you haven't already created the menu items you want to nest like tops, bottoms, and new arrival, you'll need to add them first. Just click on the Add Menu Item button. Give your menu item a name, like tops, and then choose the collection or page you want that item to link to. Once those items are in your list, it's time to nest them. To do that, click and hold the 6-dot icon next to the item you want to nest. Let's start with new arrivals, and drag it slightly up and to the right so it slides underneath Men. When you do this correctly, you'll notice that it becomes indented, showing that it's now a sub-item. Repeat the same process for the tops and bottoms. And just like that, you've created your first set of nested menu items under a top-level category. Once you've added all the menu items you want, it's time to nest them into a drop-down format. Here's how that works. When you click and hold the 6-dot icon beside a menu item, like we just did with tops, you can drag it slightly to the right and drop it underneath a top-level item like Men. This slight indent you see, that's how you know it's now considered a nested or child menu item under the parent category. Once you've done that, go ahead and repeat the same process for the other two, new arrival and bottoms. Just grab them one at a time, drag them over and under Men, and drop them in place. When you do this right, they'll all appear slightly indented, visually confirming that they're now part of the dropdown all under Men. Now let's take a peek at what this looks like live on your site. Click the Save button to lock in the changes. Then, click the little eye icon, right next to Online Store, to preview your storefront. Hover over the Men menu, and you should see your 3 new nested items drop down beautifully. But we're not done yet. Let's go a step further. We're going to create a second-level drop-down menu item. This is basically like nesting within a nest. In this example, I want to place a collection called Shirts under the already nested Tops item. That means when someone hovers over Men, they'll see Tops in the drop-down. And when they hover over that, they'll see Shirts. To do this, just find the 6-dot icon next to Shirts, click and drag it underneath Tops, and once again, shift it slightly to the right. Now it's nested under a nested item, creating a second tier in your drop-down menu. Pretty cool, right? Once again, don't forget to hit save to make those changes live. Then preview your site and test out the dropdown to make sure everything is showing up just the way you planned. All right, now that we've saved our changes, let's head back to the homepage and take a look at how everything turned out. If you hover over the Men menu item, you'll see the Tops submenu pop up, and nested right under that, there it is, Shirts. So now we have a clean and organized second-level drop-down menu that gives your customers an easy way to navigate through specific collections. And this kind of structure really helps people find what they're looking for faster, especially if you have a wide range of products. And that wraps up how to create both first and second-level nested menu items in your Shopify store. If you found this helpful and want more tips like this, go ahead and subscribe. We've got new tutorials to help you build and run your store like a pro. And hey, if you get stuck or have any questions along the way, don't stress. Just drop a comment right below. Thanks for watching and see you in next one.